Welcome to the Emme Factor Live, a space where art of movements meets wisdom of the heart. My name is Em, and here I am again with my next live teaching session, and I am really excited today because we got our first question. And although I had planned to do something differently today, I wanted to teach about something different. We had this question of a dear friend of ours who wrote me, and I think this is worth sharing. So what I would like to do today, this is, oh yeah, by the way, you're joining me at episode 5 of the Emme Factor live teachings all around the next level of yoga. My intention with these live streams, and we're going to get to that question here right now, is to make you think about yoga, about fitness, about exercising, about what we do with our body, mind, and spirit in a different way. Yeah, I think we have a lot of exercises, we have a lot of things that physically we do, but I think we are not informed enough of why we're doing what we're doing, how we're doing what we're doing, and really bring this all together. And my intention with these teachings is to bring that together. And you will see today's question points exactly onto this, and so this is why I'm so grateful that I can do this. This is what I want to do. I want to answer your questions. Yes, I want to teach you, and I will over the year teach more and more, but this is really what the intention of these videos are. Yeah? Okay, so joining me, episode 5. I got a text message today of one of our dear friends. I have known this gentleman for 5 years now. He is a former athlete, has always been very active and does a lot of sports activities, but every time we meet him, I do get to hear, oh, my back is hurting, and now my knees, and I feel it a little bit here and I feel it there. And although, of course, nobody likes to talk about these things, but we're friends, we have become friends, and we are in this position where we trust each other. And so yes, he has, every time I meet him, there's something going on, right? In the back and in the knees, and this hurts, and he has shared part of what he's doing, and he's exercising. I know I need to strengthen my core, and I really need to do it, and yes, I'm working on it, and that's the backstory. And I think a lot of you should be able to connect to that, yeah? Because this is not the only gentleman or woman who we hear this from. These are many of our friends, yeah? I guess when you are in this age, over 40, over 50, over 60, we all feel that our bodies are letting us down to a certain degree. And what we think is that this is part of aging. And yes, to a degree, this is part of aging. But to a much larger degree, there is an inability to be empowered to do something about it. And that's what I'm here to change. All right, so let me quickly check who is there. I haven't really figured out how to make this bigger. Let me quickly see. Vicky is there, and Knut. Yes, hello, wonderful. I'm glad to have you. Okay, so here comes the question. Hey, I have watched some of Em's recent episodes, but I'm a little bit confused. I expected some hardcore exercises to stretch my old bones. Are the videos intended for yoga instructors? Does Em have some videos for people like me who just want to work on posture and core strength? Right? Fabulous question. And really, from my heart, thank you so much for asking that, because this is a question that I think a lot of people have. And if you have watched some of my other videos, you might have had the same question. Here's a yoga teacher. Oh, Em, I know her, or maybe you don't know me. And why is she talking? Why is she explaining all these things? This might not be for me. Give me the exercises. That's what everybody's doing, right? Okay, so what I have done is I have written a lovely, lovely letter back to my friend, because I care deeply about him, and I don't like it that his back is hurting and that he feels like he's getting older. And so with all my heart and with all my knowledge and my wisdom, I have written back. So I will read part of it, and part of it I will explain. So here comes my answer. Of course, I can cover you in exercises for posture and core strength for the next 10 years, if you want that. But that is not yoga. Listen to episode 2 on the YouTube channel Emme Factor. I have 3 things for you to ponder. Number 1, haven't you told me you are working out and exercising and rehabbing your recurring aches and pains over the past 5 years? And where did that get you? Think about it. If it would be that simple as doing some hardcore exercises, and I believe you have done that, we wouldn't all have these aging athletes like him and me who are really hurt and are not getting better at all, but worse from year to year. Time to be honest. It's not that you didn't do anything. You are training. You are just not training effectively because you really have not been trained properly. Ergo, no lasting results. And so we have this up and down of getting a little bit better and getting a little bit worse. And then we have a few weeks where we feel like, oh great, just past the knee problem, and then the back starts acting up. And then a couple of months later, we're fine, we feel good, we go and do our competition or whatever you're doing, and we're right back, our neck starts hurting, or we feel movement is no fun anymore, yeah? And I know many of us, we push this away, yeah? I have lots and lots of clients who are doing exactly that. So, no lasting results. It is a constant up and down. And the explanation in our mind usually is, well, you know, I'm getting older, this is part of getting older, and that's just how it is. But I'm here to tell you with my whole heart, no, this is not just getting older. And you have the power to do something about it. And I will not take that answer, oh, this is me just breaking apart. No, no, and no again. Because we have a lot of people like me who are getting older too, and I'm not breaking apart. I feel like I'm getting better. My students are too. And some of them are in their 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah? And it is not, we are getting older, so I have to accept the pain. I have to accept that my body is breaking down. You need to train better. Way better. Way better than we ever did when we were in our 20s or in our 30s. We need to be smarter. We need to train with a completely new and different understanding. And this is why I'm making these videos. And if you listen intently, if you go back and with time, listen and really try to receive, you will hear some things that you haven't heard before. And so I hope this helps everyone. Okay, now, so no lasting results. So here's the deal. Right now, you have no movement foundation of executing these exercises in a way they are precise and activate those parts that you are targeting. Your body can only use the movement patterns that you currently have. I will explain that in a moment. So you can stretch yourself to death, and I promise you it will not only bear any results, but you will get hurt along the way. Yeah? If you don't take the time to learn, you have to think about what does that mean to learn. Yeah? I don't want to learn. I just want to do the exercises. So to execute those movements, like in yoga or any other physical fitness exercises, in a better way, there's not going to be a lasting change, a lasting result. That's what we're really after, right? There are a gazillion exercise videos on the internet and everywhere. We can find them everywhere. And guess what? People still don't know how to train effectively and are still looking for more exercises and more videos so that we can have a better core and have less pain and be active and feel we can move and have all the mobility in the world to move in a body that doesn't feel old. Okay, right? So, we're still looking for more exercises because you need to learn not to do, but to learn how to do it, yeah? I hope that makes any sense, yeah? So we need to start from the beginning, improve our movements, exercise on a higher level of precision, learn, train, improve, and then learn some more, and then train some more, and then improve a little bit more, and keep going. And all of that we do with getting feedback. The reason why my friend is exercising and he's rehabbing and doing exercises, but he's not really getting anywhere, is because of several reasons. Number one, I know you all think that just doing the exercises is going to get us there. So in the videos, we have people demonstrating the exercises and saying, hey, look at me, just do what I do, and you're going to have the six-pack or whatever it is that you are desiring. But it's not that simple. If it would be that simple, we wouldn't have all the people who are still confused and still are asking for more exercises and still don't understand what to do. Because it's not that we don't have the videos out there, right? We have them out there. But something is not registering. So there's a disconnect between having all the exercises in the world, and there are enough core exercises there to get us a strong core or a better posture, and actually having a body that reflects that. Less pain, more vitality, being able to move, and aging gracefully and actually aging strong. Yeah, this is, I think, really speaking to people who are in that age where they feel their body differently than when we were in our 20s and our 30s. So, think about it. We have the videos, we have the exercises, but it's still somehow not registering. And the reason for that is really simple. It is because we don't know what we don't know. That's really the answer. So when I start working with people, I think everybody is pretty shocked in the beginning. And they are shocked because I am making them realize that they really have not the connection to those body parts and how to use those movements efficiently and effectively. And why? Because the body can only use the movement patterns that you are currently using. What that means is that if I don't move my joints in a way that uses the full range of motion, the body is going to slowly shrink more and more the ability to do certain movements. So the older we get, the less we move, and the less ability we have to move our joints. And so basically we have, from when we were kids, where we had a huge, wide variety of movements that we can do, when we're older, this shrinks and it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And some of you have a really, really small movement capability. And, there's nothing to be ashamed of. That's just how it is. But if this is how it is, then we need to do something to change the movement patterns. And the only way to learn new patterns is to start from scratch. It's almost like you have to retrain the nervous system, the part of the brain that uses the core, that uses the glutes, that erects the spine in a way that we can be upright. You have to retrain those neurological connections. And the only way to do this is to get feedback. Yeah? You do the movement and you get feedback from somebody like me who can look at these things and say, okay, look, you're really not using your core, you're really using your back for this. Let's see if we can change this. And this costs us a little bit of time to figure it back out. Yeah, this is, it will cost you time, and it will cost you a little bit of dealing with this and trying this out. And there's going to be weeks where you feel like, wow, I really can't feel it. We can't feel it because our body doesn't know how to use it. And therefore, the exercises that we do are not really taking us further and further and further and further. Think about one more thing. So I have trained with professional athletes in my earlier years a lot. And think about it. When professional athletes train, there's nothing casual. There is a lot of thought put into how can we get the skill level higher, because they want to compete on a higher and higher and higher level, and they want to be the best they can be. So their training is geared towards honing the skill, honing the physical skill, honing the skill for the sport, and honing mental skills, honing all those skills. So if you asked me, I would like you to raise the level of how you train your body. Yeah? If exercise is not just looking at an exercise and doing the exercise the best way we know how, then what could exercise be? It could be learning to slowly and gradually improve the way how you are able to move your body, the way of which muscles you're going to use, the way of how you are slowly being more and more skillful in learning to execute those exercises. Yeah, that's the reason why we have all the exercises in the world and people are still confused. And I think the level of how we train is just not high enough. And so somebody like my friend who really, I think, is interested in learning, and I hope that I'm speaking to those people here today, this is what we need to do. We need to raise the level of learning how to move better and put that into our exercises. And I promise you, I have never trained my whole entire 30-year career with anybody who put the time in to slowly start learning, to retrain himself from scratch. Where's my core? What is my core? How am I supposed to use it? How am I using it in standing? How am I using it in horizontal position? How am I using it when I'm on the ground? There are huge differences. Yeah, this is fairly complex, but if you have somebody to guide you safely, then I can look at his injuries. I can look at where his aches and pains is, and I can say, okay, this exercise and not this one. This one we're going to do later. This one we need to do first. And you slowly build a path. You build a how do I say this? It's a journey. It's a journey of progression. And the progression is not like this. So you don't just do it and 2 weeks later you have it. It's a curve that slowly goes up. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. And with feedback and with body awareness of really learning, how can I feel this in my body, that I'm really using my core? And I'm just using core as an example. This can be mobility, this can be posture, or anything else. You will be able to slowly teach yourself better and better and better. And later, you need less feedback from me. Later, you'll be able to find that feedback within yourself, yeah? And that is a training that is worth training. And so what if it takes 6 months to a year? So what? I know this is not what you want to hear. I know that he wanted to hear, okay, here are the 5 best exercises for your core. But we have that. And it's not working, if we're really honest. And for whoever this is working, great. But for whoever this is not working, we need to dig a little bit deeper. Yeah? So number 2, this was number 1. I wrote to him, you are not thinking about exercising in a realistic way, like millions of other people as well. And if you take the time and really listen to my videos with focus, you will learn to see how yoga, exercising, fitness, you will learn to see it in a different way. And then you might get to the point where you realize, I need to learn before I do. Okay? I hope this makes sense to you. So think about it. Why are we not getting the results that we are desiring? Why are we getting stiffer the older we get? Because we need to start thinking about what we're doing a little bit deeper. And for whoever wants to take that time, wants to think about this, remember, these videos are intended to make you think. I want you to stop going online and looking for the best 5 exercises for core. I want you to start being empowered by thinking about it. What do I need? Where am I? What is my status in my body right now? Where am I going? All these questions we need to do smartly before we just train. Otherwise, you're exercising into the dark. I call this yoga in the dark. It's not different for exercising. Yeah? So I hope this is helpful. Start to think about, why am I not getting to the place that I want to go? And why I need to raise the level of how I exercise, how I train. I want to help you understand this year that you need to train yourself. And training is different from exercising. Yeah? And in yoga, it's no different. In yoga, it's exactly the same thing. We need to learn before we do. We need to understand. I want you to understand your own body. I want you to make really good decisions. What is right for you in yoga class and what's not right for you in yoga class. Yeah? Do not just go to class and just because everybody else seems to follow, you just follow without being informed about what you need. Yeah? So if you need to go somewhere, find a movement expert, find a yoga teacher, find a trainer who can help you on your journey. Yes, do that. Absolutely. Contact me. Ask questions. Yeah? Start to get curious. So thank you to my friend who, I love that he asked this question because I think a lot of you can relate to this. Yeah? Okay, this was it. Yes. Send me your questions. Please do. I am much better when I can answer something that is on your mind than just teaching. Although I want to invite you to, if you miss these live streams, to please go onto my YouTube channel. The name is Emme Factor, and you can look at some of the other episodes. Just, it's 15-20 minutes. Yes, we need to invest these 15-20 minutes, but some of you will want to. And I believe there's a lot of things that you can start thinking into a little bit different angle. To all my clients, I always have this example in the beginning. If this is the path that you are walking on right now, if I can help you to change the trajectory of where you're walking, this is a centimeter, right? It's not even an inch. If I can help you change your trajectory mentally, physically, and spiritually, 1 inch, then in half a year and in a year, you will be miles away from the path that you are going right now. Yeah? Invest in yourself. This is not the time to look for a quick fix. There's no hack. And this is number 3 that I wrote him. I said, run away from everybody who promises a few exercises or videos to strengthen your core and improve your posture without taking the extensive time to teach you, help you raise your body awareness for movement, and give you enough time to build and develop. This is how I want to leave you today. I hope this is helpful. Let this sink in a little bit, and I will see you next class.